coverage. Right now, who do you have as the National League MVP?
I think it's going to be up to two things in the second half. I, for one, really love the come on of PCA this season. This
Yeah,
is a guy that I feel like nobody really expected the power to be like this. It's been broadcasted enough about, obviously, the Gold Glove center field, but it's going to be up to how he's able to carry that power through the second half if he fades off. And if Shohei Ohtani is able to put together a full second half of pitching, whether it's a 10 starts of 5, 6 plus innings. I don't know how much he'll be able to do in the second half. I know, or I'm assuming they'll be cautious with him so that he's going to be able to pitch in the playoffs no matter what that means for his regular season sample size. But I still think it's a two-horse race for me right now, and I'm leaning Otani if he's able to stay on the mound and healthy.
yeah, I'm thinking Otani too. I'm a guy who believes when you're like the reigning anything, like MVP or something like that, if you holding firm like as good as you were last year or close enough, somebody got to come take it. And no one's really came and took it from Otani. And like you say, if he starts pitching, the game over. Like it's really not much of a conversation because we talked about it when I had you on before. Got an ace. You got Cy Young stuff, because I asked you about the closing. He was like, nah, nah. And it's crazy that he's coming in a time where they really need him with all the injuries that they had. So like he can be the driving force of that playoff run. That puts another little notch under his belt.
Yeah, one dark horse too. I think if I had to name one that wasn't going to be either of these two front runners, sticking in Chicago, I'm going with Kyle Tucker. If he gets on a power streak that just propels him above a couple of these other names in terms of the home run leaders,
Yeah.
and Otani, for whatever reason, isn't able to continue to pitch at a high level, and Pete Crow Armstrong comes back down to earth for the second half, I think Kyle Tucker always ends up at the end of the season. We saw it in Houston for so many years. Just like, well, crap, you put his numbers up against anybody else on papers at the end of the season. You're like, well, he could be top three, top two, maybe even the MVP.
I got a question for you as a Dodgers fan. Still a Dodger fan, right? No,
Oh, of course.
mess with you. Why no love for Freddie Freeman in the MVP race?
Because you talked about not pretty stats. First base is just a not pretty position. And for whatever reason, everybody has to correlate home runs with the first base position. So if you're going to win MVP at first base, you've got to be leading the league in home runs. It seems like that's just the stereotypical most valuable player, first baseman. I mean, Freddie continuing to do what he's doing into his mid 30s is just incredible. I didn't see it coming again this season. I really didn't think he was going to have to be better than he has been at an MVP sample size. So I don't know. It's whatever fountain of youth he's drinking, he's got to hook everybody else up with.
Yeah, because when I look at his numbers, he if you just look at outside of home runs, probably should be like the front runner. His bat's solid, one of his best years, probably better than even his MVP year. I don't have his numbers in front of me, but I'm like, dang, my boy's out here being forgotten. But Freddie Freeman is a guy who he probably doesn't care. Like, he probably can care
Yeah,
less.
not at this point in his career. I think everybody in the Los Angeles clubhouse kind of knows it's just let's make it to the playoffs. Whatever happens in between is all right. Obviously, guys are playing for their own stats. Playing it, it's an individual game played as a team. We've said it so often, but yeah, this will be what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's fifth year in a row making an All Star team. He's 4 for 4 when he's with the Dodgers. So good as a 35-year-old looking for another 2+ WAR season. It's unheard of. The
Dang,
power
4 years
is
already?
whatever. He's 35 right now.
Sheesh. Dang, 4 years, time go by so fast. I feel like Freddie Freeman just became a Dodger.
16 big league seasons, a 300 flat batting average.
That's